Okay, in this video I'm going to show you guys how to calibrate this seeder. This is the Woods PSS48 seeder. If you come around to the back side and open up the primary seed box, you're only going to need to use the 2 seed cups on the far right for calibration purposes. So you don't need to fill the entire box with seed. You just need to open up and set your 2 boxes on this side. So I'm going to start with them all the way closed. There's all the way closed, partially open, and then all the way down is for clean out, so when you're done with the seeder you can clean it out. Usually I run with it all the way up or on the second setting down. So you can see there's notches, and you just want to set all of your seed cups to the same notch. And then here, this is your indicator for how far open the seed bar is. So you can come over here and loosen this, and to adjust the opening you just push this. That's open and that's closed, and you can see that moving there, and you can see how wide that gap is, so that tells you how far open it is. I'm gonna dump my seed in. Just enough to cover those 2 boxes. Close that up. And then come back around to this side. Here you have your calibration tray. It just has these 2 nuts on here, so you can unscrew that. And then here you have 2 openings. So I like to use this opening. You just slide this seed calibration tray into that. Line it up with the 2 bolts on there. Put these nuts back on. You want to make sure you put the nuts back on and get them pretty tight. That way the calibration tray doesn't hit the spike roller when you turn the roller. Okay, then you come back over here on this top section. This is the tool that you use to turn the wheel so you can dispense seed into the calibration tray. So you take this off. And you don't need this, so you can just stick this back on here. So what you want to do, you can see this stud here. You just take this tool and put it over that stud, like that. And I like to start with this totally flat, so that way when you make your rotation, you know when you get back to this point, that's your starting point. And so you want to crank this 11 times, and that's going to dispense enough seed into that calibration tray so you can calculate what your setting is to give you your pounds per acre. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. 1, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now that you have that done, come back over here and you can pull this calibration tray out. Just be careful not to spill the seed when you pull it out. Like that. Pull this tray out. So you can see in there, that's how much seed it has dispensed into the calibration tray. So next thing you want to do is, I have a fish scale. You can use a normal scale, a digital scale, or a kitchen scale. This seems to work pretty good though if you have a bucket. So you want to get the tare weight for your bucket, tare that, and then dump your seed in. And then weigh that. So that is 0.2 pounds of seed. And then you use the calibration formula on the back of the seeder. So you want to take 373.4 times 0.2, which is the weight from your seed. and that gives you 74.68 pounds. So that gives you your total pounds per acre for what that's going to be. So if that's too high, you adjust the calibration lever lower, or if you need more, you adjust it up, and then you recalibrate again until you hit your target rate. So my target was 50 pounds per acre, so I'm going to lower that setting. So it's at 1/2 inch now. I'm going to take it down to probably closer to 3/8, and then do that calibration process again and see if I can get closer to that 50 pounds per acre. And I'm going to continue to do that process until I hit that target. Discs. These are for minimal tillage, so if you're overseeding or you're seeding into something where the ground hasn't been worked, you can adjust the camber of these discs with this lever here. So you can be more aggressive when they're angled, or you can be less aggressive if they're straight. If you don't want to use the discs at all, you just run them completely straight. Another thing this seeder has here is a clod buster, so it's a spike roller. It helps break up some of those clods before you put your seed down. And then on the back of the seeder, you have a cast iron roller to help press that seed into the soil so you get good seed to soil contact.